Welcome back, you guys. Another day, another class. Today is day 18 of the 30 days of dance training, and of course, welcome back. So today we are going to continue our search and our exploration in textures in freestyle. We did one of those exercises, or we did a part of that in previous classes, like a few classes ago, which was about speed changing, right? Using our energy inside of speed. And today we are going to work on size. So how big we can move or how small we can move. And just like previous class, this is a very open and broad way of approaching it. So I'm not going to give you any techniques. I'm not going to give you any steps that you have to do with me. This is very, very free. And I really want you to take this moment and take this time to just explore, have fun, take your time and feel everything, okay? What we're going to do is, just like the previous time, we are going to work with rotations, okay? Circular movement. So we are just going to move in circular movements in whatever way you can think of. It can be your body moving in circles. It can be you drawing circles on the floor. It can be rotations being done or being made inside of your body, right? It can be whatever you want. It's completely open. Just make sure that you challenge yourself and that you search for new things to do. If you just make rotations like this, absolutely useless. You're not going to get anything from this class, okay? So make sure that you feel it out and really play around, have fun, but take your time again, okay? So what we're gonna start with is we are going to start with rotations and we're gonna play with the size of our rotations, okay? Now, when I freestyle, I don't only make rotations. That's not how it works. This is just a way to become aware of it, become used to it, and really practice the change in our size of movement, okay? And then eventually you apply that change in size to anything you want to apply it to, any vocabulary that you have yourself, okay? So we're gonna start with, basically I'm gonna play a song. We're gonna start with 0, meaning no movement. 1 is moving in rotations or circles or rotative movement. Very good. If you, it's all up to you, completely up to you, right? So if I'm in 1, I can move small and slow, but I can also choose to move small and fast. You see, if I am in 3 and I'm a little bigger, I don't have to move slow or start to move faster. I can choose either one of them. I can also change between them, right? Slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, but then with the same size, okay? And the size is up to you, how you feel it, how it feels for you. This is my 3, okay? So it's not about following what I'm doing, it's really following your own proportions of what you feel is your max, minimum, and everything in between, okay? 4, it's bigger again, right? Bigger rotations. And 5 is as big as you can, so you really search for the edges, for the boundaries that you have, and see how big can I make my rotations. Can I move from one way all the way to the other, you know, jump up, come down, and so on. But of course, always be careful. If you're not warm, take some time to warm up first, okay? So let's start with the first exercise. I'm going to tell you the counts. Just follow along. Don't look at me. Do it for yourself. Take your own time. Just listen to the instructions. Let's go. Okay, here we go. 0. Nothing. Just wait. Let the music come in. Breathe. 1. Stay in there. 2. 3. 'Take your time. We're gonna stay here. Feel it, be aware of what is happening. See it happening, follow the story. 4. Make it bigger. Now, if you haven't warmed up, you can also do it slow. Take your 1. All the turns, the twists and turns. You are a part of the league. If I can slow it down, and especially now that you have danced for 18 days, 17, you just need to give your body some chance to warm up, you know, and focus on the feel of the movement as opposed to focusing on doing it right and doing what you need to do and finding, you know, just move through it, okay? What's really beautiful about using rotative movement is that it's always continuous, so you can become a part of the story. I often see it as a roller coaster ride. You know, when a roller coaster goes up, goes down, and takes all the turns, the twists and turns, you are a part of a certain journey, you know, and when I'm making these rotations with my body, I feel like this is my roller coaster. I am a part of that journey, and when it goes faster, I follow along with it. When it goes slower, I follow with that, you know? And just experiencing that change in speed, or sorry, kind of also in speed, but mainly in size, right? Can be very, can take you into that story. Like it can take you over, it can take you take it with you, as opposed to you trying to force what is happening. If you just follow along and let yourself go, you can really become free from that, you know, free from technique, free from anything, and it's just really a nice feel. But you have to open yourself up for that and really be a part of the story. So next round we're gonna do it again, of course, because this was just a warm-up round, and I want you to try to feel the rotations, okay? They are real. Yeah, you're not mimicking rotative movement, you are actually inside of that rotative movement, okay? And as it becomes bigger, your body moves inside of it, and you just follow along with those waves, okay? And it becomes bigger and bigger and so on, and we just follow along with my instructions. Cool? So let's try it again. Let's get ready. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Now start somewhere else. Take a position where you can start from. This is mine. Simple. One. Don't forget, you can do whatever tempo you want. Two. Three. Four. Five. One. Three. Five. Two. One. Okay. Okay, good job. So now it is your turn to do it yourself. Pick a song that you like. It can be any type of music, any tempo. It's whatever. I myself like to take a lot of open music that has a pace to it, but that has a lot of room for movement, right? If it's just a beat and it doesn't, for instance, have a melody, for me it's hard to rotate to something like that, to have rotative movements, because the melody to me helps me to melody helps me, sorry, the melody helps me to stick to a certain flow. Whereas if there's no melody and just a bass, just a drum, just a kick, it's like, okay, now I don't have anything to rotate towards. I have to like stick into those rhythms a little bit more, you know? So that's why I use that myself mostly, but of course it is all up to you. So take a moment for yourself, do this, change your sizes in whatever way you want, have fun, build a story, and then after you finish that, come back here and we will continue. Okay, great. So now that we have finished our rotation, it's time to take the other side, the other half of this story, which is the poses. I know I do a lot of poses in my classes, but I've also told you why. They create option, they create possibility. If I do a new pose, then from there, new movement will always come because it's new from the start, from the point that I start, it's new, you know? As well as helping me to, it also helps me to, I guess, become more creative with my dance, with my movement, find new things to do. And it's just really helpful to also clean your movement up when it comes to freestyle, to have a narrative, a direction. There's so many reasons to why having clean poses and shapes in your body can help you eventually to also have clean like flow or clean grooves in your dance, because your body is just used to certain, you know, postures, kind of like that. Yeah? So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna stick to one pace, boom, 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 boom. But of course, as I say 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, what we're going to do is we're going to change our size, but then with poses, okay? So one meaning, one meaning extremely small. Boom, 2, 2, 2, 2. I was gonna count, but I shouldn't because that would be really confusing. 2, being a little bit bigger, right? 3, being your normal, comfortable size, you could say. 4, being bigger. And then 5, being really big, but be careful, okay? Do what you can, and only what you can, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. So, let's play the song and let's get into it. Okay, here we go. 1. I can be a little bit smaller, sorry. 2. 3. 4. 5. 2. 3. 4. 2. 1. Five. 2. Okay. So I don't know for you guys, but that was kind of slow. But it's a good warm-up round to get into it. Now we're gonna speed it up, and we're gonna beat on 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So every single count instead of every 2 counts, okay? Let me see, can I give you some pointers? So it's really easy to stop without any emotional expression. It's really easy to make stops and just focus on how the body is positioned, and it becomes really, really empty like that. As I said in the previous texture class, technique is like an empty glass. It's useless if we don't pour something into it, right? So we have the shape, the form, which is our body and how it moves. But then we need to pour our heart, our emotion, our energy, our love, our passion, our whatever we have into that glass so that it's actually useful, because that's what the glass is made for. This body and all these shapes and techniques and forms are all made for us to fill it up with energy, with intention, basically, right? So just doing the shapes and stopping is not enough. I'm just gonna be honest, it's not enough. That is not what I'm asking from you. What I'm asking from you is to express those stops, those poses. Find poses that feel nice to you, you know? As we move, we change our poses because of things we feel. If I am really sad, maybe I'll let my shoulders hang, you know? If I am really angry, maybe my chest goes up, right? My eyebrows raise up. Or frown, yeah, frown, make a frown, right? As I am scared, see, my body moves down and I start to, like, how do you say that? Push my neck down a little bit. Like, yo, this shit is scary, you know? It just, there's just, your body responds in movement, in poses, in how it is, how your posture is, right? So you're not just making poses, you could say you're making postures. You use your body to create, you form your body to your emotion, not to just a picture that you want to make, okay? My personal inspiration is always martial arts, as well as yoga. Those are the main 2 things, martial arts and yoga. So the poses that I make and how I stand, it's not like literal martial arts. I'm not thinking of any like fighting stances or poses, but just the feel of how I move and how my body moves into places has something related to the past where I did martial arts. And so what I'm asking from you is to do the same. Fill it up. Fill that movement up with something that is yours, that is your own, okay? Express it, even if it's poses and it's easy to become empty with that and just let the glass be the glass. Fill that glass up, find a way, express it. If you can't, then maybe expand your poses and continue to move them just a little bit. Right, just a little bit, but it's more difficult, I'm gonna be honest. However, if you really can't put your emotion into it, then do it in that way, or have a certain groove to it, or a certain bounce to it if you want to, because eventually that's where it's gonna go anyways, you know? Cool, so we're gonna do it again, do it with me. I'm gonna take you through it, just listen to my instructions, don't follow my movement, do it yourself. You can of course look at me for some inspiration, but eventually I want you to do the round yourself without ever looking at what I'm doing, okay? Let's go. So, the tempo that we are going to take is not this one, right? It's the double of that. But you'll hear it later. You'll hear it now. So the tempo is boom, boom. Okay, here we go. 1. And still, even with your poses, there is a story that you are creating, okay? And 2. Three. 4. Let's go. You're warm now. 5. 2. 3. 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1. Of course, we can also see, but we don't have to, okay? That's it. Whew. Okay, so what I want you to try to take notice of, or there's something in switching from a big pose to a small pose that I really like, that is very interesting to me, and that's that when I go from something big, let's say I'm here, bam, bam, and I'm changing my poses the whole time, boom, 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 and I go to small, what do you notice? Do you see that? When I go from big to small, my movement in small, my movement stays kind of in the same pose, right? I'm here and I go there, and then in one, I stay in the same pose, but I just change the pose a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, cool. So what's up with that, Kev? Well, to me, that is the same as building stories, because I say something different here, something different here, something different here, something different here, and here. But as I stay here, now I say the same, but I tell you a little bit more about it, just like in the second class that we ever did about poses, right? And now we applied it in a different way, you could say. So even if I would groove and I would choose to move big, right? And then from there, stay small, it feels for me as if I am telling you more in your moments, in your movement, right? Just going a little bit deeper into what I already have. And that is just a valuable thing to be able to do, because it helps you to find your opportunity in your dance, in your moments, in your movement, right? To not, I've seen so many dancers let their freestyle moments go where I'm like, oh my gosh, he's getting there, he's getting there, he's getting, stay there, that's amazing, stay, and then they just do something completely different. I'm like, ah, wow. You know, and of course it's preference in a way too, you know. But for me, just I've seen so many people go into beautiful places where maybe we go down here, and then instead of saying, okay, now I'm going to actually try and use this, right? Or I'm going to try to create something from here, they just step out of it and just dance. And I'm like, no, that was it. That was your moment. That was the place where you could set something more to me, and it would have been really creative and beautiful, and you would have had a lot of fun. So that's why that is really interesting to me to see as we are doing the poses and then move to smaller ones, okay? So you can already guess it. It is your time. It is time for you to try it out yourself. So you can choose your own tempos if you want to do it slow, if you want to do it fast, right? You want to mix, completely fine. You can also, of course, choose your own sizes, but that's the thing that I want you to focus on. Sizes. Make them big, make them small. If you want to play with it faster because that feels more organic, that is completely fine. Right? That is fine. Just play around with it. It's a story. You can build it in whatever way you want, okay? Again, I mostly take a bit softer music with some flow in it so that I can let myself go and be creative as opposed to sticking to something the whole time, okay? But again, it's all up to you. So do that, and then please come back here for the last section. Okay guys, it is time for the last section, and here we are going to take our circles, our rotative movement, as well as our stops or our poses, and we're going to put them together to create beautiful contrast, okay? So you can choose your size. I'm going to choose if you do poses or circular movement. So if I say pose, you pose. If I say circles, you move in circular movement. Not just circles, right? Circular movement, okay? That's all. So I'm gonna play a song. You can choose your tempo, you can choose your size. All I'm gonna say is circles or stops or poses, okay? Let's go. Okay guys, let's build that story. So we're gonna start with rotations, and it's up to you how you start it. But focus on your size. Stops. Circles. Stops. Circles. Stops. Circles. Stops. Circles. Stops. Circles. Okay, so now it's time for you to put them together in whatever way you want, okay? Again, I'm gonna say this so many times. It is all about building that story, okay? It's about feeling where you explore with it, apply it to grooves, run one round you can take, and letting the story happen for you, okay? So just have fun with this, explore with it. For me, it's okay if you take one run, one round, you can take more. Eventually the challenge is to apply your size to your own dance. So if you want to apply it to grooves and make them bigger and make them smaller, that is fine. If you want to apply it to tuts and try to make them bigger or try to make them smaller, I don't even know. Finger tutting, really? I don't know, okay? That is up to you. It's completely free eventually for you to interpret in your own way and just have fun with it. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you got something from it. For me, I practice this as well as the size, the speed changing a lot. That is the main thing that I like to do because it's just so universal and it really gives me a lot of freedom in my movement and my expression. So I hope you could find a little bit of that in there. I hope my passion came across with this class as well, but I guess it did. Hopefully every class, but I guess it does. Either way, thank you guys for being here. Have a happy practice, and of course, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.